Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Dr. Mom. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button to watch out for new videos every Thursday 7:30 p.m. on creative parenting, Montessori at home and all about homeschooling your tiny toddlers. You can also follow us on Instagram and all other links of our social media handles are put up in the description box below for you to sign up and watch out our stories on a daily basis of all the different activities and set material ideas that we do on a day-to-day basis. So without any further delay, let us get inside in the video of exactly how we discussed about the kitchen spaces and managing your toddlers there. This particular video is a part of our series Montessori at home, and today in particular we are going to talk about the kitchen spaces and just going to vaguely touch upon the self-feeding journey for your kids. So if you must have watched the previous videos, all of them are up on the YouTube channel under the section of Montessori at home. We have so far discussed about the bedroom spaces, the bathroom spaces, the playroom spaces and setting up of shelves and things like that. And in today in particular we will be talking about the kitchen and how we can bring about easy independence for the children in the kitchen. So most of us, what do? We tend to finish all our kitchen activities like all the cooking, cleaning, meal preparation, all of the activities we try to complete it before the child is awake. And we just want, when the child is awake, we just feel that our kitchen should be fully finished of all the tasks, and we do not involve the child inside the kitchen, and otherwise we feel disturbed and daunted in the kitchen with the children. So I would like to tell with you today from starting today you can try including your children whatever age they are in an age where they can sit and they can see you working. Best is have them on board, have them along with you. A lot of your time can be saved in Montessori. A lot of a time we focus on setting up of different spaces and providing independence to the child and giving them a lot of practical life skill activities. A lot of practical life skill activities circulate around the activities at home. Most of the Montessori curriculum, like most of them keep asking me what curriculum to follow, this, that, and all. If you just see a rough guideline, a list of activities that we post for the kids around 3 to 6 or even less than that, include dry pouring or wet pouring or transferring things from one containers to the other containers, or many such activities, being able to hold small utensils and focus on the pincer grasp, cutting using knives and how to use a scissor. So all of these activities we can actually introduce to the child by involving him and inviting him in your own kitchen. I personally do not set up a lot of practical life skill activities on the shelf because I believe that the child can do all of them along with you in your own kitchen itself. Because in Dr. Maria Montessori's time, during her school, the first casa which she set up, she made the schools to replicate the homes, and all the activities which the child does at home, she wanted to take it over to the school so that the child feels included and safe and something that is known and not something that is completely unknown for him in the school environment. So that is one reason practical life skill was introduced. One reason. Another reason was to let the child feel confident and gain independence in any activity that he's able to do by himself. So what I personally feel is that when you can involve the child in different corners of your home and give him that opportunity to provide those skills and help in strengthening those skills and grasp for the child, then you particularly need to separately keep it in the shelf. Because if you can allow the child to peel the banana, to cut the apples along with you in the kitchen, then there is actually no particular need to have to set up a separate activity in the shelf unless the child is struggling or is lagging behind according to you, or the child is feeling one part of the step kind of little difficult for him to complete. Then is when you can try to keep that particular activity for the child in the shelf. So what exactly do you think will ease in the child's easy movement in the kitchen? First and foremost is, if you see your kitchens, nothing is child oriented, everything is adult oriented, and the child feels neglected. The one thing that you can do first is you can actually get a step stools, or you can get learning towers. These towers give access to children so that they can access the countertops. Like imagine you're standing and chopping the vegetables or washing the vegetables or whatever activity that you're doing in the kitchen, meal preparation. The child can actively participate just by standing close to you, standing beside you, but he's on par with you. He's going to observe those things and he's trying to imitate simple activities like washing the fruits, washing the vegetables, and trying to peel away the green leaf vegetables is such an easy activity that every child will enjoy and can spend even half an hour sitting along with you and doing those tasks. You need not set up elaborate activities for him in the shelf for him to work upon those things, when you can actually give them easy easy materials to just work upon. And so you can have these towers so that the child can stand us beside you. They can take it towards the basin and to wash the materials, and you can always provide activities that they can perform in their particular age. An 18-month toddler, a 2-year toddler, a 3-year-old toddler, whatever age they are, you can give them activities surrounding that particular age. Next thing that we always do is we give them access to dishes, because they need not keep asking us every time what to do, what to take, and how to use this material. What I have personally used in my home is the lowermost counters, the racks that we have. I have completely assigned it for them. They have their bowls, they have their glasses, spoons, plates, and all the materials that they need to self feed, like to feed themselves, to serve themselves. All those materials are kept in lower shelf so that they can independently take. Even if they have to take a snack, they can go independently, take a snack, take a bowl, load it, and start eating by themselves. Small tips like these will give them a loving, inviting nature for them to get invited towards food and probably sit down to eat besides you. Another thing that you can include the children during food preparation is to get them child-sized utensils and child-safe utensils. I'm not for in telling get the high-end sharp knife for them at a very young age, but you can definitely get something that is appropriate for their age. You can find a lot of such collectives on Amazon, a lot of shops, easy things. You can just basically start with the potato peelers, you can start with apple cutters, orange juice makers, some simple tiny gadgets that they can have access to, and they can perform it easily without any major help. You can actually start with even a butter knife, because that is very smooth and the child can easily use it to chop bananas or chop any soft vegetable. And you can give them egg slicers so that they can use the boiled eggs to slice, or any fruits they can just keep put on that and they can chop for themselves. So ideally get some small child-sized utensils which are safe, so that they can not harm themselves while trying to use those materials, and only introduce little sharp ones or heavier ones as they grow, when you have seen and observed in them that the confidence that they can perform the activity. For example, we generally cook rice in South India. We cook rice most of the days, almost daily. What I do is I have kept the rice, we store it in big containers. What I have done, I have kept in my pantry all the big containers for rice, wheat flour in the lower shelf. Generally, what we feel, if we keep it in the lower shelf, the child will open it and spill it all over. That is our notion. What I have done, I have kept it there, and whenever we go, we walk in together and the kids take turn. They open the lids, and that's how we introduce even counting to them in an easy way. They know we have to put two glass of rice or 3 glass of wheat flour. So that's how we spoke about bringing about language in our activity. We are bringing in about their involvement in the kitchen. And even from a very young age, at around 2 years of age, my elder one Ahian used to assist me in washing the rice, the raw rice. No, we have to soak it for some half an hour. He used to help me in just soaking it and then just trying to put his hand around the rice. You need not actually always set up the rainbow colored rice for a sensory play or an activity. If you can involve the child in preparing the rice, like by taking that rice, pouring it in a big container and trying to wash the rice, that itself is sufficient for him, providing sensory input, providing him language chance to exposure to mean is a language talks, whatever you can do. It is all up to you what you are doing in your own homes, whatever work that you do, involve your child in that particular task. Setting up tools for their ease, setting up child-sized utensils, and setting up leaning towers or kitchen towers as you call it, or any kind of stool that a child can stand upon and have access to, and things like that. Another modification that we had done recently when the pandemic started, like when the kids were around 3, that last year they were 3 and 2, and they could understand and identify their hunger, is when I actually set up proper snack station, we just have a normal plastic trolley which we have in all our Indian homes, and I have kept two small trolleys with three shelves for each of the boys, and we have kept materials like they have a flavored milk on one shelf, and they have dry fruits in one shelf, and then they have cookies sometimes, or sometimes they are loaded with fruits of the season, whatever it is. So whatever the child in the evenings when they feel hungry, or in the noon time before lunch if they feel hungry, they can just go pick up them by themselves. They go wash that vessel, they take their own bowls, because all the utensils like bowls and plates are kept for their access. So they pick up the snacks, they pick up the bowls, serve by themselves, and sit down to eat by themselves. That is when they develop a liking for their food, probably because you are going to give them that chance to explore, the chance to do it by themselves, rather than you running behind them, rather than you force feeding them ki do this, do that. Giving them that opportunity is most important for the child to feel responsible, to be feeling that he is being one among the house. To feel that kind of notion is so important for the child. Another thing that we have done is, what we do is, we have set up things like for cleaning. I just have one particular mop and one particular that extendable mops we have. So what I have done is just kept it into the child level and put it in an area where they can take it by themselves. So what they have to do when they mess up something while having snacks, they just take that mop and clean it up and try to accumulate in a pan and then put it out for the garbage. I also have kept a small garbage bin, actually a small plastic covers, we use it, and I have kept it on their level so that they can go put in their garbage there once they have finished eating, or even while doing any cutting activity, painting activity. When they have created any kind of mess in the place that they're working in, they can actually self clean by themselves. All these tiny activities at home provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to explore by themselves, rather than you being the person that telling no every other time, don't do this, don't do that. You can actually beautifully involve them in every activity of your home so that it gives them confidence. So this is one thing that we have followed. Another thing that I would like to just slightly touch upon today's topic is on self-feeding. Another major important topic, a point of self-feeding, like I said, is about snack station and having aprons and their towels at their level, so that they can take the towel and put it over themselves, or tiny bibs or anything that can keep themselves mess free, because most of the time that is our concern. We do not want to go and clean up a lot of mess. So what I always say, keep only that much mess that you're able to clean. Keep only that much mess the child is able to clean. Don't stuff many things at a time. Don't keep a lot of things that is ultimately going to overwhelm the child. He will not feel like he wants to clean it up, or he will not know how much to take in. Even for a snack, for example, a lot of our snacks are stored inside, but in the snack station we just limit the quantity and limit the choices. We just have 3 to 4 materials so that the child can choose which he wants, and he can do whichever food he wants. He can take and he can wash and he can go and self feed. So we can set up snack stations, and we also have small pictures or glass and mugs at their level. We actually have got down our this water dispenser to their level, so that they themselves can open the tap and fill in water and drink it by themselves. So we have been doing that for a very long time. It is not something that we have done of late. And one more thing, you see, at around 2.5 years of age, kids, they show much interest in opening and closing the refrigerators. They want to see that the light is coming in, and they observe us taking food materials from inside and putting it outside. What I have done from a very long time, from the time that they were able to independently open the fridges, what I thought is, why not give them access to the fridge also? In the lowest rack of the bottle rack, in the fridge door, the lowest is the bottle rack. Now I have kept a small packet of bread there. Always you will find 3 to 4 pieces of bread there, a small tiny butter sachets, and little anything that they like, some jams or anything that they want, so that they independently take it and eat. I have kept apples there, oranges there. Mizan actually likes apple, so he takes the apple and he brings in the apple cutter. He's not able to put a lot of pressure to press that apple, but he takes that and comes and gives to me, and he's like, I want to have the apple. So we start very low. We do not set up a lot of elaborate activities. We just go low. You just have to see what interest the child is showing at that particular point, and you can keep the food materials or your own kitchen stuffs according to that, so that they can get independent and liking towards whatever they do. So that's it, guys, about having a set kitchen, a Montessori aligned kitchen. Just have minimal things while setting up the kitchen. Don't overflood the kitchen with lot of opportunities. Keep small glasses. Let all the utensils be in such a way that it can fit their tiny hands, and try to clear the counters and keep it clutter free, because if it's cluttered full, you would not like to invite the child to sit there, because you feel that he might throw things down, or he might mess it up more. So keeping it clutter free is going to ease your mind as well as the child's mind. And keep the lower cabinets empty and load it with things that is safe for them to use. Even the toxic kitchen cleaning materials, you can keep it somewhere out of reach. And materials that you can offer the child, like small spray bottles filled with normal water with lemon juice, is sufficient for the child. Because in Montessori, you must have seen a lot of Montessori kids, you must have seen in school, they do have an activity called window wiping or window washing activity. They just use these spray bottles, this particular movement of the thumb, no, to press the spray and then wipe. So you can just set up small such things in your own kitchen, which is toxic free, and the child can just go take it and clean his table that he eats, the placemat for the dining table that you want to keep for the child. Whatever it is, the moral of the story is keep everything in their reach, but that should be safe. It should not be something that is dangerous or harmful, that the child, that you cannot leave him unattended. Keep it in such a way that even if he's unattended, there is no risk of any major debacle for the child. Have kid friendly items, child size items. You can have dustpan and cleaning materials at their height, small broomsticks if it is possible, and everything basically set in such a way that gives access to the child. So I think I have covered whatever I wanted to talk about the kitchen setup, and whatever the materials that you would require to align your kitchens in a more Montessori way. It just comes down to the point that whatever you do in your homes, whatever you do in the kitchen, whatever activity you do, chopping the fruits and vegetables, washing them, cooking, even when you go to cooking, you cannot expect a 1-year-old to start immediately helping you in cooking. You can start slow. You can just let them stand and observe the boiling of milk, and let them see that it boils over and trips down and it is hot. Let them observe the smoke, and start slow when you're sorting the vegetables, and when you're trying to very simple basic recipes involving just 1 or 2 steps. The boys now, they're able to make their own omelette. I just have to switch on the gas stove and keep the pan, and they're able to, and I chop the onions and give for them, and they're able to just what to do. They beat the egg, they put the required ingredients, and they're able to make their own omelette. We try dosas also at times. So it all comes down to the level of how much of involvement can you have for the child. You can start easy, like peeling of the onion. You can involve them in that activity, or peeling garlic cloves or anything. Just whatever you do, basically every single step you can just involve them, crushing the vegetables in that small crushers. So all these are very simple and easy tasks which they will want to do wholeheartedly. They will feel that they are very important, that they are involving us, and they will try to give their best. And even if not, they are learning so much just by standing beside you and observing you do so many beautiful things around the house. So guys, definitely involve your kids in all the kitchen activities, and I think that's the point. We end the video here. If you all have any doubts, you can pop in the comment section here. I will try to answer, and all other videos of this series is posted there, so you can watch there and get an idea of exactly how we are easily transitioning our Indian homes into Montessori aligned way to ease independence and give freedom to the child as small as 0 and above. Today was Montessori at home, the kitchen spaces, and how we can incorporate our child's activity in the kitchen, how we can give them independence in the kitchen, how we can involve them in all the activities in a day-to-day basis. Basically, right from self-feeding to cleaning materials, cleaning the area, cleaning up the mess, taking things away, and helping in each step of your cooking, and whatever you do, easy cooking stuffs, and pre-preparation things which you can do without the stove, where you have to sit and knead the dough. A lot of sweets require kneading dough, and a lot of materials require many pre-preparation before the actual stuff. So you can include the child in all of those activities and give them that confidence and that idea to do it regularly, so that you feel that they can develop that particular skill and not hesitate for any other activity also. So that's it guys for today. In case if you're interested to know more of these tiny topics that we share, you all can register to my workshop Montessori at Home, and I will be sharing details for registration on Monday, so you can register it for the upcoming weeks, and you will get a complete idea of what exactly is Montessori. So that's it guys. Bye bye.